Sport Guy says that was one of the best Blackburn Rovers performances for a long time. It could have been 5-0 at Hull. Everyone played well, including the subs. And I really like Montgomery. I think he's going to be a real player. Also got to give it to Hedges. Fantastic game from him as well as the new captain Cantwell. Really happy with that. Whoa, what a difference a week makes. Welcome back to Where Uncle Jack Walks. We've, of course, got Louis with us. Everyone's away for Bank Holiday weekend this week, so they're letting you fly solo, Louis. Great to have you with us, and thank you very much for watching, of course, as well as 20 minutes reviewing every single Blackburn Rovers game this season. Right, Louis, you were watching that one at Hull. Was that as good as it's been for a while?
To be honest, it's one of the best performances I think we've had. I think overall, since probably last I can remember, like Cardiff away when we won 3-1, uh, we had like a 47 path move. It was ridiculous, something like that. Um, I think overall and as an away performance, I think that's the best we've been for a while.
Absolutely. We'll come on to individual players in a second, but we've got to talk about Hedges first. 2 weeks ago on here, we said he should never play again, and I think either he's watched that or but we need to kind of backtrack a lot, because since we said that and the tweets came out, he's had some terrific performances. So well done, Ryan Hedges. Hedges with the performance of a lifetime. Credit to him. Him and Cantwell passing and moving was unplayable today. Massive credit to the defensive unit as well. Tronstad breaking everything up, and the right back reminds me of vintage Ryan Nairnby. We were just fantastic today. Do you agree with all that, Louis? Him, Hedges and Cantwell were unplayable?
Yeah, I mean, it's a link up. I think when Cranwell first joined, I was thinking, like, if Hedges was in our plans heavily, and he was going, I knew he was going to be playing quite a lot. I think so. As soon as Campbell joined, I thought them two could have been the potential is a really good link up. They're both like really like creative players. Like they like to pass the ball. They're not. They don't fancy themselves that much, but Hedges scored, and we thought he scored two, but I
Yeah.
think actually got a bit lucky with that second. But they were unplayable today.
Yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
yesterday, sorry.
Yeah. In 2 games when Captain Cantwell is on the pitch, Blackburn Guy says 2 goals scored by himself, 0 goals conceded as a team. We are undefeated. He is our skipper. What difference does he make as captain, Louis? Is he? I mean, we talked about last week when you were away that he's someone who doesn't suffer fools and will tell people as it is. Do you think that's having an impact on the pitch?
I think it's see when I first saw that he had the armband against was it Birmingham who wore the armband?
Yeah, the game.
When
Yeah,
when I
he would. Yeah.
Yeah, when I first saw he had the armband, I was a bit confused because Tronstad was starting, and he was sort of normally like the second choice captain. But I do remember when Campbell first joined, he said that he's trying to grow up and trying to stop acting a bit like a kid. Like if they're losing, if his team's losing, like don't keep your head down, just lift it up, just keep going. I think more recently we've seen that side of him, but last season he was a really big confidence player if we were losing. Bit of a pointless player having on the pitch, but if we're winning, he's really good. At, like making us look dangerous, adding more goals to it. I do like the idea. Like after seeing him, like I do like the idea of him being a captain. It'll be a really big confidence boost for him, and obviously when his confidence is as high as it was yesterday, he's a brilliant player.
Brilliant. Okay. Um, we've done that one. This one was echoed by a lot of people. Mike says, please do not underestimate Toth's performance in this result. He made key saves at key moments. Every player played their part, and it's great to see we're off and running. Yeah, don't get spoken about much, does he? But in big moments, in big games, he pulls off some impressive saves. What have you made of your keeper?
I think since Valerian Ismail has come in, I think Tata's looked really good. I think the 2 games he played under John Eustace, he looked really shaky and a bit dodgy, and I thought it's going to be another like Leo Volstead, if you remember him. But since Valerian Ismail came in, and he was replaced players. Toffees looked brilliant, and yes, yesterday it was only 3 saves in 90 minutes, but once we've scored both their goals, they didn't look like really scoring much. Hull.
Yeah.
Um, it was more earlier in the game where he had to really like help us out with them saves, and they were all three of them were brilliant. Even the one that came off Ribeiro's shoulder, he had to scramble for that, and he didn't expect it, so he's done really well there.
Yeah. Were Hull that bad or were Rovers that good? I mean, they did have a virus going through the camp this week, and they were missing their key captain because of that. But do you credit yourselves more than the fact it was they were rubbish?
I think even from the start, our defence looked really solid. I think, and at the front we were like as normal, just struggling to create much, struggling to finish our chances. But when we had that little moment of magic with Carbo and Hedges, ever since that we looked like scoring about five more, and Hull just I think after that it was just down to confidence because Hull didn't look like Hull didn't have the most amount of urgency, and
Yeah,
we just kept going. We were just ambitious. We wanted more.
Bill. Yeah, I mean it's a difference of week mix in football, isn't it? Last week we were also negative and thinking this is going to be a long season, and here we are with one result 7 days on, and that's the beauty of football, isn't it? Absolutely. Norwich then this weekend. Yeah, they've had a dodgy start. They won away at Portsmouth, and of course they've lost at home to both Millwall and of course to Middlesbrough this weekend. So yeah, is this one that you look at and you think this is one we should be going for 3 points, given that we're at home?
I think we probably should just full send it and just try and just go for 3 points, not like sit at the back, try and win scramble point, nothing like that. I mean, if we're at Ewood, aren't we? If away games and home games are really different in my opinion. Like we win 3-0 away, I wouldn't be surprised if we lost like 2-3-0 at home if Norwich are on it. But we've got to use this as a confidence booster, and we've just got to keep going, try and win the game. 3 points.
Yeah,
Hopefully we can pick up a bit of a run like we did at the start of last season. Um, just win a few games in a row, get up the table. Hopefully a few more places above Derby. But
okay. Yeah, and of course it's the Todd Cantwell derby, of course, as well. So we'll be talking about that result, of course, next week. Join us for that. Also next week, the transfer window slams shut. Some Rovers fans, Louis, have been far from impressed about the quantity that has been bought in so far. If we had a shopping list, what needs to be going in our basket before that transfer window closes in terms of personnel for you?
well, we've just signed Musa Baraji, who we've been chasing for quite a while, and I've looked at him, and from what I've seen, he looks like a really promising player. And if we're losing Lewis Travis, then we need another midfielder who can hopefully do his best to live up to his name in the club. Um, but before it closes, I would love if we could just get an extra right winger just to add cover in case Cargbo or Hedges get injured. Even Denev, he's not played much, but if Hedges gets injured, then Denev plays. He's not played a lot of football. He could pick up a knock, and then we're a bit screwed at there and out wide options. But right winger, and I've seen that Buckley. If Buckley
Oh,
does
yeah.
go, then I would hope we at least try bring another midfielder in, but I'm not sure if we would have the time or the
Okay.
resources.
Bro. Right, let us know in the comments whether you agree with that, if there's anything. We're also talking this week about drubbings. So QPR, of course, faced Coventry and got drubbed 7-1. So we're asking all our podcasts this week, what's the worst ever defeat you've seen live at either at your stadium or away? Let us know in the comments what it is, what it be for you. We'll read some of these out next week to the rest of the team as they return. Louis, just one stick in your mind where you've considered leaving at half time or anything?
Um, There's one game that I've not really been to games that long. I am only young, but I used to go to games when I was a lot younger, but I don't really remember much. But the most recent big loss that I can remember is Leicester at home, 23-24. I think it was that Wout Fact Vardy, and I can't remember the other scorers to be honest, but we got thrashed. But I think it was 1-0, then we made it 1-1, and then since in the second half they just thrashed us. But I did stay till full time, but I considered leaving.
Okay. All right, let us know in the comments then, please. What's the worst ever thrashing you've had to endure watching Blackburn Rovers? And then, of course, finally this week we're talking about away kits as well. Get your impression on this. We'll get the panel's view, of course, on it next week as well. Yeah, it's an interesting one. What are your thoughts?
Personally, I do really like it. I was considering buying it, but I've not got the chance yet. I think I probably will do next payday. But I like, in a way, it's similar to the pink home, not the home away kit from last season, where it's got like a map of Blackburn in the background. It's, to that, it's similar in a way. Like, it's not what I expected at all, but personally, I do really like it. The only thing I would say to change is to make like the cups just plain black instead of the red and blue stripes, but it is a really nice kit.
Yeah, it does look a bit odd, doesn't it? Yeah, not sure. Yeah, just the amount of detail going on in the background there for me is just a little bit distracting. But it's not up there with one of the worst Blackburn Rovers kits we've had away, and there'll be a few we can talk about next week on here that the others I'm sure will remember. Let us know in the comments which one sticks in your mind for the worst ever, and we'll shout some of these out next week. Right, thank you very much then, Louis. Enjoy Bank Holiday weekend, and we'll see you the other side, and the rest of the team, of course, back here next week, the other side of the Norwich game. Have a great week, everyone. Thanks for watching.
Have a great weekend. Thank